Have you ever noticed how prices keep going up? Back in the year 2000, a burger price was around $2, but today, that same burger may cost nearly $6. And it's not just food. A movie ticket that was $5 back then now costs more than $10 in the same theater. Think about it this way. A gallon of gas that cost around $1.50 in the year 2000 now costs well over $3. Rent, groceries, even a simple cup of coffee. Everything seems to cost more with each passing year. And it's not just you noticing this. Almost everyone feels the pinch of rising prices at some point, whether it's at the grocery store, the gas station, or when the rent renewal notice shows up in the mailbox. So what's going on? Why do prices keep increasing? Why doesn't your dollar buy as much today as it did a decade ago? There's one big reason: inflation. You've probably heard this word before, but inflation doesn't just affect your day-to-day spending. It can also quietly eat away at your long-term savings. Money sitting in a regular savings account today may look the same on paper years from now, but its actual buying power could be much lower. That's the sneaky part about inflation. You don't always see it happening, but you definitely feel its effects over time. Many people unknowingly make their financial situation worse during inflationary periods, simply because they don't recognize these patterns in their own habits. We can't stop inflation, but we can protect ourselves from it. Here are 6 practical tips to safeguard your money and keep building wealth even when prices are climbing. Before we get into the tips, though, let's quickly look at the mistakes most people make, because avoiding these is just as important as the tips themselves. Mistake 1. Keeping too much money in cash. Having an emergency fund is important, but leaving all your long-term savings in cash means inflation slowly eats away its purchasing power year after year. Imagine putting $10,000 under your mattress or in a low-interest account for 10 years. On paper, it's still $10,000, but what it can actually buy has shrunk significantly because prices have climbed while your money stayed still. Mistake 2. Trying to time the market. Many people wait for the perfect moment to invest, hoping prices will fall or the economy will improve. They watch the news, wait for a dip, and keep telling themselves, "I'll start next month." But that next month often turns into next year, and then several years. History shows that consistent investing over time beats trying to predict every market move. Nobody, not even professional investors, can reliably time the market. Mistake 3. Following trends instead of doing research. People often buy investments simply because everyone else is talking about them. A stock is trending on social media. A friend made money on a certain coin, and suddenly everyone wants in. By the time something becomes popular, it may already be overpriced. Successful investors don't follow hype. They follow a strategy built on research and long-term thinking. Mistake 4. Ignoring financial education. Many people spend years earning money but never learn how money works. They focus entirely on earning more, without ever learning how to manage, grow, or protect what they already have. Understanding inflation, investing, budgeting, and compound growth can impact your future far more than just earning a higher salary. Now that we know what not to do, let's talk about what you should be doing. Here are 6 tips to actively protect your wealth from inflation. Tip 1. Track your spending. Go through your bank and credit card statements from the last few months to find areas where you can cut back. Rising prices hit non-essential spending the hardest, so that's where you should cut first. Think subscriptions you forgot about, frequent takeout orders, or impulse online purchases. Spend less on non-essentials, and you naturally keep more money, meaning more protection from price hikes. Tip 2. Shift from saving to investing. Wealthy people don't see inflation as just an enemy. They see it as an opportunity because they understand one simple rule. Cash loses value, but assets have the potential to gain value. Instead of parking large amounts in a savings account, they put money into quality assets that have outpaced inflation. Diversified stock portfolios, index funds, real estate, or even businesses. These don't always go up every year, and there will be dips along the way, but over long periods, they tend to grow faster than inflation. And they don't wait for the perfect time. They invest consistently, month after month, and let compound growth do the heavy lifting over the years. Tip 3. Keep an eye on your taxes. Since your money is already losing value due to inflation, you want to hold on to as much of it as possible. And taxes can eat significantly into your savings and investment returns if you're not paying attention. Being tax smart makes a real difference. Smart tax planning doesn't mean avoiding taxes or doing anything illegal. It simply means using the legal deductions, exemptions, and tax-saving opportunities available to you. The money you save on taxes can be invested instead of being lost unnecessarily. Over time, those extra savings can grow through compounding and make a significant difference to your financial future. Remember, building wealth isn't just about increasing your income, it's also about keeping more of what you earn. Tip 4. Tackle high-interest debt first. When inflation rises, central banks raise interest rates to slow down spending, making borrowing more expensive and existing debt pricier. Credit card debt gets hit hardest by these rate hikes, since credit card interest rates can climb quickly. If you carry a balance, prioritize clearing it every month if you can, because that interest compounds against you just as fast as investments compound in your favor. Not all debt is equal, though. A fixed-rate mortgage, for example, is locked in and usually carries a much lower rate than a credit card. So even though it's likely your biggest debt, it's often smarter to pay off high-interest debts like credit cards first. Paying more than the minimum on variable rate debt helps you make real progress instead of just covering interest month after month, which can otherwise trap you in a cycle where your balance barely moves. Once your debt is under control, it's time to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Tip 5. Build a strong financial plan. Sometimes the best way to protect your money is simply having a solid financial plan tailored to your situation. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, but a good plan considers your time horizon and risk tolerance too cautious, and you lose purchasing power over time. Too aggressive, and you risk losing your money altogether. Your plan should be proactive, not just reactive. Keep an eye on spending, find ways to save, bring in extra income streams where possible, and make saving a consistent, automatic habit rather than something you only think about occasionally. Review your plan at least once a year, since your goals and circumstances will naturally change over time. And finally, the tip that ties everything together. Tip 6. Invest in yourself. The greatest investment isn't always in the stock market. It's in your ability to earn more and make smarter financial decisions. Learn new skills, improve your financial knowledge, take a course, read books on money management, or build additional income sources on the side. Because the more you understand about how money works, the better equipped you are to make decisions that protect and grow your wealth, no matter what the economy is doing. Instead of asking, how can I save more money, start asking, how can I make my money work harder than I do? That single shift in mindset makes all the difference between just getting by and actually building lasting wealth. Inflation doesn't wait. Every year you delay learning, investing, or improving your financial habits, inflation continues quietly reducing the purchasing power of the money you've worked hard for. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's built through small, consistent decisions made over many years. And you don't need to be rich to start. You just need the right knowledge, the right mindset, and the patience to think long-term instead of chasing quick wins. So tell me, which of these tips are you already doing, and which one are you going to start this month? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to know. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And if you don't want to miss the next one, hit subscribe. See you in the next video.